Honorable members, I welcome you all to the winter session of the State Assembly. Hope this session will be a fruitful one as we set out to deliberate the important matters concerning the state. Today, the first business is oath taking. Deputy Speaker, please.
Shriman Pawan, who stands elected from Chennur constituency of Telangana, will now take oath of affirmation. Shriman Pawan, please.
పవనాన్ని నేను శాసనసభ సభ్యునిగా ఎన్నికైనందున శాసనం ద్వారా నిర్మితమైన భారత రాజ్యాంగం పట్ల నిజమైన విశ్వాసం విధేయతం చూపుతానని, భారతదేశ సార్వభౌమాధికారాన్ని సమగ్రతని కాపాడుతానని, నేను స్వీకరించబోయే కర్తవ్యాన్ని చిత్తశుద్ధితో నిర్వహిస్తానని, సభ నియమాలకు కట్టుబడి ఉంటానని, వాటిని అనుసరిస్తానని, సభ మర్యాదలకు పాటిస్తానని, సాంప్రదాయాలను గౌరవిస్తానని దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేస్తాను.
Srimati Akshita, who stands elected from Sirisila constituency of Telangana, will now take oath of affirmation. Srimati Akshita, please.
I, Akshita, having been elected a member of the Legislative Assembly to swear in the name of the God that I will be bear the truth, faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by the law establishing that I will be uphold the sovereignty and intellectual of India, and that I will be faithfully discharge the duties which upon I am about to enter. Thank you.
Srimati Nikita, who stands elected from Siddipet constituency of Telangana, will now take oath of affirmation.
मैं निकिता भगवान के नाम पर शपथ लेती हूँ कि मैं प्रत्यक्ष या अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से नहीं करूँगी किसी भी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को किसी भी मामले में संप्रेषित या प्रकट करना जो मेरे विचारधारा लाया जाएगा या मुझे एक मंत्री के रूप में जाना जाएगा। मेरा एक उचित निवारण के लिए आवश्यक होने के अलावा तेलंगाना की स्थिति ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में कर्तव्य निभाती हूँ। थैंक यू।
Srimati Akshita, who stands selected from Asifabad constituency of Telangana, will now take oath of affirmation. Srimati Akshita, please.
ఉషిత అనే నేను శాసనసభ సభ్యురాలిగా ఎన్నికైనందుకు శాసనం ద్వారా నిర్మితమైన భారత రాజ్యాంగం పట్ల నిజమైన విశ్వాసం విధేయత చూపుతానని, భారతదేశ సార్వభౌమాధికారాన్ని సమగ్రతను కాపాడుతానని, నేను స్వీకరించబోయే కర్తవ్యాన్ని శ్రద్ధశక్తులతో నిర్వహిస్తానని దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేస్తున్నాను.
We now move on to question hour. Question number 101, Miss Kirti Priya.
Honorable Madam Speaker, there have been many deaths among women who have undergone cesarean and family planning surgeries in hospitals managed by the government. There are also incidents of nurses performing C-sections in the absence of certified doctors, which resulted in the deaths of operated patients. There are also cases of deaths due to medical negligence. What is the response of the government towards the aforementioned deaths?
Yes, now I request the Minister of Health to give the reply.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I would like to tell the opposition member that strict action has been taken against the health workers who have been involved in the above mentioned deaths. I would also like to add that an ex gratia of 5 lakhs has been promised to the next of kin. A special committee was instituted to investigate these deaths.
Okay, any other supplementaries? Yes, Mr. Tejasvi.
Honorable Madam Speaker, the above mentioned deaths mentioned by my colleague Mr. Tapasya are not a special offense. They also occurred on a large scale in the past. Is the government even concerned about the welfare of its people? Will we have any kind of development in infrastructure and healthcare delivery in public hospitals? Is the government even willing to perform its obligations towards the people in a proper manner? It has talked about implementing many schemes, but none have been implemented.
Honorable Madam Speaker, the government is very well concerned about the welfare of its citizens. I would like to inform all the members in this house that the government has introduced various health schemes such as Arogya Shri, Kanti Velugu, KCR Nutrition Kits and many more. I would also like to add that all of these programs have been implemented successfully. Also, the government has spent a huge amount of budget on the development of public hospitals.
Then what about multi-speciality hospitals?
Yes. Don't interrupt when others are speaking. Please continue.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I want all the members of this house to know that multi-speciality hospitals are being constructed in every district of the state.
Okay, let's move on to question number 102.
Honorable Madam Speaker, the information technology development in the state of Telangana has not progressed since the development of high-tech city. Should we even expect any development in the IT sector from this government?
Yes, the Minister of Information Technology, please.
Honorable Madam Speaker, with the aim to take IT industry beyond the capital city, the government plans to set up IT hubs in 5 more districts of the state. The IT hubs will be coming up in Nizamabad, Mehboob Nagar, Nalgonda, Siddipet, Adilabad. The 3 IT hubs in Warangal, Khammam, Karimnagar has been set up and running successfully. So the least you can do is expect development from these government rather than sitting idle.
Question number 103. Miss Ekta.
Honorable Madam Speaker, we have observed that the government has been using funds for the development of education sector without releasing enough records regarding the usage of funds. There is also no development in the education sector in the state. Does the government have any concern towards the proper usage in the state budget and its allocated funds?
Yes. The Ministry of Finance, please.
Honorable Madam Speaker, we agree that we did not release enough records regarding the distribution of funds allocated to the educational department. That was not due to negligence or any other reason. That was just because we were concerned with the fair and impartial allocated funds to every department of the state government for their development. We are also highly committed with the judicious use of funds for the state government. And we can also observe significant development in the educational sector. The Mana Uru Mana Badi scheme has also implemented successfully. The allocated funds for the scheme was rupees 7,289 crore, but the main objective of the scheme was implemented with the expenditure of 3,497 crore by building 9,123 schools in the state.
Okay.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I agree that the government was highly concentrated on implementation of schemes for the development of the state. But was it so busy that it did not release the budget of this year yet or inform about it?
We were not only concentrated on the implement of schemes for the development of the state but also on the state budget. The government is planning to prepare a tax-free budget which is causing a delay. The allocated budget of the government is rupees 2.56 lakh crore for the year 2022 to 2023. But it has faced an unexpected problems which caused a shortfall of 56,000 crore in revenue. However, the budget is being prepared with all precautions keeping in view by previous experience and present financial and political scenario. The budget will be released soon.
Okay, let's move on to question number 104. Mr. Vishwa.
Honorable Madam Speaker, with the Education Minister, we pleased to tell if it's true or not that the government is planning to send 400 teachers to Singapore for training.
Honorable Madam Speaker, it is true that the government is planning to send 400 teachers to Singapore for training in the National Institute of Education in Singapore. 200 teachers were already trained in this world-class institute in the last year, and the government is committed towards the development and upgradation of the skills of the teachers.
Speaker, may we know that what is the criteria adopted for the selection of teachers in this program? Does the government plan to incur any expenses on the program? Does the government have any proof that showing that the program benefits both teachers and students? What will be the duration of this program?
Honorable Madam Speaker, the future of any country depends on the education. Teachers influence the children, and thereby the children turn as assets for the country. It will benefit the students greatly. Both private and government school teachers will be a part of this program. The program will be for 100 days, which will be held in summer, and all the expenses will be incurred by the government. The teachers should have the criteria as follows. They should have a minimum of 3 years of experience. They should qualify in a written test. They should qualify in an interview conducted by the government, and they should have good communication skills.
Any other questions? Yes, Ms. Tejaswini.
Honorable Madam Speaker, the private educational philanthropist institutions have been increasing their fees against the government. Education is not a business to earn profit. It should be affordable to everyone. Many parents are facing financial crisis of COVID-19 pandemic. What measures does the government plan to implement and regulate the fee of institutions?
Honorable Madam Speaker, agreed that education is not a business. Hence, the government is taking strict actions against the unlawful decisions by these private institutions. The schools are being directed to roll back the fee hike and refund the increased amount to the parents of the students. The government is carrying out strict inspections and audits at regular intervals. The recognition of such institutions is either being cancelled or being suspended if they are found defying the lawful instructions of the government.
Yes, Ms. Nagalakshmi.
Honorable Madam Speaker, the new educational policy 2020 would cause damage to the educational prospects of weaker sections. Along with backward classes would also face the risk of losing opportunities in education. The commercialization, centralization and privatization of education will increase due to implementation of MEP 2020. Does the government plan to adopt new educational policy even after showing disadvantages?
Honorable Madam Speaker, the government plans to adopt the new education policy 2020. I think that it will greatly benefit the students and it will cause minimum damage to the weaker sections of the society. Looking at the data, approximately 25 lakh school students will be able to come back to their educational institutions with the help of this new policy. There will be a higher availability of online teaching platforms, virtual labs, digital repositories, and higher investment in digital infrastructure as well. It will develop the cognitive, ethical, social, and emotional capacities of the students.
Okay, no more supplementaries. The questionnaire is over. Now, the House will take over the consideration of the bills. Minister of Women and Child Welfare introduced the bill.
Madam Speaker, today we want to introduce a new bill to improve women development in our country by raising the women legal age of marriage from 18 to 21.
Please take your seats. Okay, does the opposition party have any inquiries about the bill?
Honorable Madam Speaker, the sudden change of the bill can cause disagreements between the government and the public.
Madam Speaker, I agree that our country is a land of religion and culture, but we should also move forward to develop our country by reducing the fertility rate due to early marriages.
Honorable Madam Speaker, we all know that a citizen becomes an adult at the age of 18 years. If they are old enough to select their government, are they not old enough to select their life partner?
Honorable Madam Speaker, many scientific studies suggest that the human brain only gains maturity at the age of 20. So, if one is at the age of 18, they may not be in the right frame of mind to select their life partner. They may take hasty decisions which will spoil their life.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I do agree with the most of the provisions of the bill, but it will be a huge task to change the mindset of the people because of the customs, traditions and beliefs they follow. So I think we should push forward the bill to be introduced in the upcoming years.
Honorable Madam Speaker, looking at the high constant illiteracy rate in India, I don't think pushing it any further would be a right decision. I think that the bill should be implemented immediately. Education is the only weapon required to change the mindsets of the people.
Madam Speaker, the people in India lives in villages. They will follow joint family system. The head of the family do not agree with this bill. So we have to move forward for other disputes with government and public.
Honorable Madam Speaker, most of the people may live in villages, but they also need a change in their life. That change comes from the economic development. It comes from the change in national income and no gender discrimination. I think the opposition has a better view.
Madam Speaker, we fear that if the amendment is implemented, it will be criminalize consensual marriages among adults and end up reducing the antonym of adulthood.
Honorable Madam Speaker, we believe that the concerns about maternal and child health can be much more effectively and addressed by improving the nutritional status of girls and women throughout their lives, while also protecting and promoting their autonomy, specifically the right of women adults to make decisions about their marriage and motherhood without coercion and force applied by their family, community, vigilant organizations or government. Madam, I move the bill be passed.
Okay, now the question is that the permission be granted to introduce the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2021. Those who are in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those who are against it, please say no. No. Since the number of ayes and noes are equal, this is controversial and will be discussed later. Now, the House is adjourned to meet again tomorrow at 11 a.m.